Good afternoon, happy Keep Fit Friday to all you out there. Today I'm wearing my Stratford Half Marathon hoodie, which was the best 25 quid I've ever spent, on a piece of fabric because I did this run, and it's got my name on the back in small writing as well. So if I haven't got this hoodie, it means that I didn't do the run. Okay, so what I want to talk, knackered. What I want to talk about is I saw some stuff on Twitter today about body positivity, and a few months ago there was the woman who was on the cover of Cosmopolitan who's morbidly obese, and I saw a comment about that was somebody was sort of calling her out about promoting obesity, nothing personal, and somebody said you're not a doctor to the person that said that being morbidly obese isn't healthy. Now, the problem we've got first and foremost is this with this particular subject, and this is really helpful and useful for you to know. I've been overweight. I've been 5 stone heavier than I am now. I work with people and know people who are, by physical definition, obese. And they really dislike it. And they're not healthy, physically or mentally. They don't necessarily have to be depressed or sad, but they're not happy about it physically or mentally. Nobody I know that is overweight and obese is completely 100% happy with the situation they find themselves in. And when I say the situation they find themselves in, this is really important for you, because what you need to remember is that being fat is a physical problem. It's not a personal issue. What we do as human beings, because we are meaning-making machines, we attach a label to it and we say, I am fat because I am this type of person. You're fat because you eat too much and you're not active. That's the only reason why. Now, the reasons behind that particular behaviour vary person to person. Me, there was self-worth, there was deservedness, there was a lot of issues there, rejection, there were a lot of issues there that contributed to the behaviour that made me fat. But being fat is a physical thing, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you eat too much and you don't exercise. So what we need to move away from is the making it personal and pretending that being morbidly obese is healthy for a human being, because it isn't. If you choose to be that way, fine, and you're not a bad person, but you're not healthy physically. You might be healthy mentally. You might say, do you know what, I couldn't give a shit that I'm fat, and that's fine. But physically, you can't, unless you've been fat, don't talk about it. Do not talk about obesity, being fat, what it feels like, if you've never been that way, because you've got no clue. And telling somebody to be body positive when they're obese who isn't is telling them to lie, which is not good for their mental state, okay? Especially if you haven't been fat. This is really important, yeah? And likewise, if you are fat, don't let anybody who's thin tell you to act any differently than the way you are if you want to change it, because they don't know how painful it is physically and mentally, okay? And this is really important. And how this helps you is that it can liberate you, because you can say, do you know what? This is my issue. I'm going to fix it. And I understand it's a physical problem, not a personal problem, because it's not a personal problem. It's a physical problem. Okay? Back to the point. So what you need to do is, if you can separate the two out and look at it in context and say, do you know what, this is just a result of my behaviours and my behaviours are not me, then you can start to fix the behaviours. But if you let people tell you to pretend you're happy or body positive when you're clearly not, that's lies. I wasn't body positive when I was fat. I hated it. So somebody telling me to love myself when I didn't is delusional. Someone telling me to think positive when I'm not positive is delusional, and you've got to be careful of that. So back to my point, just in case somebody tries to call me out, unless you've been fat, you can't tell a fat person what it feels like, because you don't know. Okay? You can't. You don't know. So don't pretend that you know. All right? And vice versa. If you are overweight, don't take it personally. And if you want to change it, don't take it personally. If you want to change it, look at the physical things in the real world that you're doing and start to fix them bit by bit. Okay? And then you'll see the change. And if you want help, again, and if you live in the Birmingham area, I've told you, as I keep telling you, my free event, 5th of June, 7 p.m. in Harborne. Click the link above or below to get your tickets. How to improve your relationship with food and never go on a diet again is the session I'm delivering. And in that session, I'll give you some more of this stuff about how you can liberate yourself from this personal attachment to food, to being fat, to disliking yourself. You're never going to be perfect, and that's not the goal, but the goal is to gain some control back. But you're not going to get control when people are pretending that being morbidly obese is physically healthy for a human being, because it's not. Okay? You're not going to get there if people are telling you to be positive when you're not, because it's a lie. Yeah? If you want to choose to be fat, fine. Yeah? That's absolutely fine. That's your choice, and that's okay. But if you don't, and you want to change it, then get some help. And the first place to start, get in touch with me, leave a comment below, or get in touch, or just come to the free event. 5th of June, 7 p.m. in Harborne, centre of Harborne, absolutely free. Got limited space available. Click the link above or below. And if you feel that anybody would benefit from that session, please feel free to like and share this video amongst your friends. Have a good day. Oops.